Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another live Unleashed unboxing, but this one is one of the creepiest we've ever had. We should have saved this one for Halloween, maybe. I don't know. But this is the King Batman Who Laughs 1/4 scale, and this is a prototype. I do want to make sure I preface that. It is a prototype, which means the one that you guys are going to get is going to be even better, proper packaging and everything else. But anyway, that's what we're going to be unboxing tonight. And I also want to give a major shout out to this guy with no real introduction needed. But of course, this is Dan from Wayne Manor North.
Hey guys, it is awesome to be here to unbox yet another just phenomenal piece from XM. As far as I can tell from the pics, I'm dying to see the thing kind of semi in hand. And I'm hoping not to be enabled tonight is actually what I'm shooting for.
Well, speaking of enabled, so have you had a chance to catch up on the Robin King review that I did?
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, no enabling required there. Well, yeah. I was on board from the get on that piece, and yeah, actually it's reverse enabling. I felt like you were enabling yourself as I watched that video.
You know, I don't remember, and I don't want to start to show off in a negative, but there was somebody that kept saying all this stuff about how they felt like Chris, you don't really like that piece. You're just a shill for XM, and blah blah blah. Like they were just real negative.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I truly have not seen a piece of that good of art in a long time. Like it's not a character I love. You guys, I don't like Robin, but there's something about that piece, just the flow of it. It's just a very awesome piece.
Yep.
And
it looks damn good next to that sideshow Batman Who Laughs too.
It really does.
So if that's something people are considering, I thought your review, you did a great job showing them together, and I can't wait to do that.
It's going to look great. And I'm also in this review that I do, I'm going to do the Robin King next to the King Batman Who Laughs, so people can get an idea. Obviously, there's going to be some pretty big height difference on this one because this is a really tall piece. I think it's close to 30 inches tall.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a really big piece, but
that is cool.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. I do want to say hello to some folks real quick before we get started, just to say hello. We got Jerry SoCal in the house. This might be the one. Oh, I like that. That's fantastic. Eduardo says, is this a grail? I guess we'll find out. Board Cube 1 of 2. Good evening, Bat folks. Good evening to you. We've got Ready One, another Brotherhood member. Thank you. Main 21 in the house. Hello. We got Justin. Jigs TC. Hello to you. We've got Den in the house, another member. Thank you. I just see 85 people watching already. Thank you guys so very much. Smash that like button for me. That helps. And just thank you guys for hanging out with us. I was a little bit worried about my webcam tonight because hold on, it's plumbing up above. My webcam I brought with me to Florida, and I had it in my backpack with my laptop. Well, the webcam broke off the mount, completely snapped off there. So I have it taped right now to my laptop. So I'm gonna have to get a new webcam, I guess.
Nice. Well,
maybe an upgrade, hopefully.
Yep.
Let's see. We've got Jonas in the house. Hello to Jonas. We've got Blaine, another Brotherhood member. Thank you very much. Lane Kramer in the house. Hello to you. Bad Protocol. Matt T in the house. I believe you got to hang out with Matt T this weekend.
Got to hang out with Matt T. Had an awesome time at Terrificon in Connecticut. Phenomenal show. Great show for comic books. Even saw a few statues there. Funny, we bumped into a little vendor booth, and they had the Dark Knight Returns statue there, the prime one.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool.
Yeah, they had a couple XM pieces. Yeah, it was cool. But
awesome.
No, Matt was awesome. Carl Nordstrom. I don't know if Carl's in the chat tonight, but Carl was there with us, and Eric B, of course. We just had a blast, and we were there from open to close. So
that's awesome. Well, I'm hoping that we get to relive that in New York.
Oh yeah, yep.
For
sure. It's going to be bedlam in New York. Are you kidding? Oh, nobody's going to bed for 3-4 days.
No one's going to bed. It'll be a repeat of San Diego for me. No rest for the wicked. That's what everybody kept telling me at the con. They're like, you can rest when it's done.
Yeah, you rest when it's over. That's right.
You rest when it's over. Of course, we can add George Raw to that list. George is coming in from Germany, so that's really crazy.
Yep. Matt Martin is coming in from Florida.
Nice.
He's coming up. Yep. So we got some people coming in, and hopefully, I don't know if Mr. Morris is on the chat yet. I'm sure we'll see him at some point tonight. We got to get Jeff Morris up there.
We do. I mean, that's my number one goal is we got to get him up there. That's for sure. That's awesome. Superman in the house. Hello to you. We're doing great. Blaine says Dan is in the house. We can't do a show. We can't do an XM unboxing without Dan.
No, hell no.
Bad Protocol. Thanks for the advice on Instagram about patience with that Prime 1 piece that arrived today. That's great. That's fantastic. The Spider. I don't know if I told you, but I did get another old. I think I did tell you. I got the Arkham Scarecrow back. He was shipped.
Everything old is new again.
Yes. So far, I just have Croc and Scarecrow. That's the only two I have that are back. Mr. Freeze is pending. I don't know about Mr. Freeze. Somebody has one. And if I find a Two-Face, I might get him. But
maybe Two-Face and possibly Catwoman, but that's just a big.
No Catwoman. I'm not going to do Catwoman.
Okay. All right.
I'm not doing anybody else.
Okay.
I even thought about getting like Arkham Knight back because I love that piece, but I'm like, nope. I'm just gonna. Well, I say that, and probably 2 weeks from now I'll have Arkham Knight. But
I was gonna say I'll be playing this back for you in a couple.
Yes, you'll be playing it back, but we'll see. We'll see. Scarecrow's coming back home.
I have to tell you, of all of them, the thing it really stands out. It is awesome seeing Croc in that back corner behind you. That he fits perfectly there, at least from a camera perspective.
Yeah,
he looks awesome, dude. I mean,
there's definitely some rearranging I need to do, but just to have him back and just the presence and like he does fit in. Like that's the thing is I was so worried about them not fitting in with and I've received a lot of DC pieces since. Like I have the Harley, I didn't have her when I sold him. I didn't have the Azrael, and I didn't have Hush yet. So it's like to be able to see them together. He still works.
Oh yeah.
Which is great. Mike Stainbrook in the house. Hello to Mike. Critical Mass. Ryan in the house. Let's see.
Hey,
Just a Jarhead. Hello to you.
Just a Jarhead.
Let's see. The Boxing Boys are back. Absolutely. we need some shirts. The Boxing Boys.
We do.
I like it. There's Eric B in the house. Hello to Eric.
He is in the house.
He's in the house.
Eric's with us on trying to get Jeff Morris up to New York. So
that's right.
He's on.
We got to sweeten the pot somehow for him.
We do.
I'm not sure. Hey everyone, man, I've been debating getting this one. For that reason, I probably shouldn't be watching because I'll end up ordering. Well, you never know. No, I think you're going to be happy with it.
It'll all be okay.
That's right. Julia Rose is in the house.
Hey, speaking of Julia Rose, my favorite Poison Ivy enabler. I got a couple of great Nathan Zerzi pieces. This is the Poison Ivy #1 variant.
Oh, nice.
Zerzi. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. And then this is Fear State Alpha variant also by Nathan Zerzi.
Oh, I really like that one.
Look at that scarecrow in the background.
That one's great.
That is sick.
How many of those did you pick up?
How many?
Yeah, since I know you, how many did you pick up for that one?
Oh yeah, a couple.
A couple? Okay. Well, I was gonna say I might have to buy one from you or something. That's a great one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Eric says, "What's up, Mr. Freeze?" That's my new name.
Mr. Freeze.
Somebody suggested I should change my name to Chris Wayne.
Chris Wayne.
Which I thought would be fun. Actually, I thought about doing that in Facebook. Just changing it to Chris Wayne. That'll be my new persona. Hey, Chris, I heard you picked up another statue over an XM, so you seem objective to me. Stay that way. I heard you pick another statue over an XM. I'm not sure which one, but I pick all kinds of statues. Hey, Chris, get the notification that Fabok 1000 shipping soon. Yes. Expensive. Yeah, expensive from Prime 1. From what I was told, I think George Raw posted today, it was like $300 some, and it went up to like, what was it, 1,100? I think.
Dude, unbelievable.
So just nuts.
That they can keep it. Honest to God, that's ridiculous. Come on.
Yeah. I just don't understand. It's crazy. If I didn't say hello to you, again, welcome. I haven't seen Jeff Morrison here yet, but again, thanks everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. And Eric says New York, the city that never sleeps. So there you go. I mean, that's the thing is we'll be up all night long. What did I say? I had 10 hours of sleep in 3 days. So if I can match that, I'd be okay with that. We'll see. We'll see. And Dylan wants your covers.
Yeah, and rightly so. Those are some gorgeous Ivy covers, and those are only two of like, I don't know. Julia convinced me to get a whole bunch of other ones too, and not disappointed.
Were there a lot of variants for that #1 run?
There's a pretty good number of them, at least a half dozen of them. Not the least of which is Jim Lee's, which is a really neat, really nice cover. I think Inyuk Lee did a really nice one. Speaking of him, just a little bit, 2 more seconds on Comic Talk. So Batman 126 came out today, guys. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I already read it. Speaking of Inyuk Lee, he's got one of the variants for 126. Absolutely awesome book. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 variants.
Wow.
Of 126. I am working on completing the Jock foil cover. This is the foil, 1 in 50, I think it is, or 1 in 100. So
it was so cool meeting him at San Diego, and he just seems like a regular dude.
He's just a regular guy, man. Yeah, he's just awesome.
You would never know. I mean, just a big guy with a white beard. He just walks at me. You just think he's just a regular guy walking around. It's just funny to me that he was awesome to talk to.
Yep,
really awesome.
He's a good dude.
Okay, so what I have is parts. I have pieces because again, this is a prototype, guys. So where I normally take it out of the styrofoam and stuff, you can't do that with an XM prototype because it snows everywhere, and you don't ever know if something's going to be broken or not because it's not the actual packaging that you guys are going to get. So I did unpack it and I looked at it, and we are pretty much good to go. I see a few nicks here and there, but for the most part, we should be good to go. So I'm going to start with the base, and we'll go from there. So the base is really cool. Sitting here right by my foot. And so this is the base. And as you can see, it's got all kinds of gnarly skulls.
See, you're already enabling me.
I am already enabling. So the detail, the craziness about this thing is that this thing is so intricate. There's so much going on, and it's just disgusting. Like, it's just a disgusting looking base. It's got all these spikes with blood on it. You guys can see that. Then there's one of, what is this? Or what are they called? Like, are they just minions, or what are these things called? Do you know from the books?
I don't. I didn't get that deep into metal. I read Dark Knights, but not all of the metal books, so I don't even know. So
maybe somebody in the chat would know what these are. Yeah, it does look dangerous, Eric. It does. It's really cool. It's really well painted. There's kind of, I don't know if you guys can see, like right there, it's kind of like an octopus effect right there. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Some sort of like, growing demon or something. And again, it has all of the skulls all the way around the base. So 360, there's skulls, which is really neat. So I'll set this back here. And again, I don't have any instructions, so it'll be interesting to see how they all go in, but we'll find out. We will find out. So let's kind of pick and choose. So we'll start with this guy right here. So there's scary minion number 2.
You should just put that on your wife's nightstand tonight.
I'm trying to figure out which collector collects this, because this thing would scare me in the middle of the night. It would scare small children.
Can you imagine?
It's definitely got a horror.
Oh yeah.
It's a divorce attorney coming out of the base. Yeah, you're going to need one, but if you have this statue, Brad, for sure. This did ship in 1 box. So obviously, there's places where, it just merges into the base, but it's really crazy how much goes into this. Let's see. I got to try to figure out exactly. I think it goes in right there.
Are they color keyed, Chris? Probably not on the prototype.
Not on the prototype. I'm almost guessing that it will be on the production.
Yeah.
XM's really good about doing that. So,
hey, you know what? Actually, before you get the other pieces in,
yeah.
what are these prototypes? And you probably showed it before. I just don't remember what they look like. Is there anything printed on the bottom of these?
I don't think so. I don't even know if I've ever looked.
Nothing. There you
Nothing.
go.
So,
Wow.
so there's that plate. They always glue that plate on.
Yep. Interesting.
Which is probably good because then it's shows that it's not actually a numbered edition.
Right.
Which you always kind of wonder if there's like 30 prototypes out there.
Yeah.
Floating around, and then there's another 1,000 or whatever is made. I don't remember what the ES on this was. I'm sure it wasn't very high. Because they've been really keeping the ES really low. So I'm not sure. Since I've got my tape here, hopefully this will hold up, but hopefully you can see just kind of coming out of that cove. Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty crazy, yeah.
Crazy right now, and we still have 3 more creatures to add. Actually, 4 more.
It already looks tall.
Yeah, it's going to be, like I said, I think it's like 30 some inches. There we go. All right, let's see who else we got. All right, so this is a big one.
Oh my God. It's worse than the first one.
Worse than the first one. And then it's got a second guy on this.
Oh my God. Oh, look at the wing part. That's cool.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Oh, I like those wings.
That looks like it. I wonder if this. Yeah, that looks like it keys in, but oh, there goes her arm. Yeah, see, sometimes things that are glued together, like this is a piece that it came out of the box that way. I'm assuming it'll be glued, in place. But sometimes on prototypes, they're not always glued together. So sometimes you have to just kind of do it. It's you just have to kind of work with it a little bit. But I think this goes here. Some of it's a little trial by error.
Oh, there you go.
That keyed in.
That's awesome.
So again, there's the guy we just put in first. And then you got this guy in there. And see, it's kind of cool because like that arm just ends, like it keyed in, but it looks like it continues on in the base.
Yep.
So it's kind of neat the way they engineered this.
Lord, just looks really fun.
It's just so creepy. Really creepy. And again, you got the skulls in there.
Benny Vogel's in the chat. Hey, Benny, how are you doing, man? I've been good. Thanks.
Nice to see you, Benny. All right.
Rodri Aaron Sparrow says the base alone has more details than some complete statues. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just something I feel like with XM bases, especially, you get just a tremendous amount of detail, which does increase the cost, which does justify the cost, I think. But Dan and I talk about it all the time. We really appreciate those storytelling elements.
Yep.
And if you want storytelling, this is not just a plain black base. No. It's just crazy.
It's the anti-JND base is what it is.
Yes. Anti-JND. That's right. Yep. Oh, look at this guy. So we got more.
God. Look at the stuff on his back.
Yeah, this one has spikes coming out of his back.
How could we make him more terrifying?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's just add spikes, more bat wings.
Yeah, right. Oh my God.
I think he's up front here.
Lane Kramer saying, yeah, this and the Robin King base are both amazing. It's funny watching you do this. It's just making me like Jones for that Robin King piece even more. It's like,
yeah, it's
awesome.
It is, and it's just, I think they're really going to fit well together. This one does have a little bit of a nick there, guys. So I do want to point that out. That again, this is the prototype, but again, it's just funny. Like it's just crazy sick.
Brad says, "Don't get the Batman wet or feed him after midnight."
Yeah, no kidding. Man, if this thing comes alive at night, I don't know how long I can keep this in the house.
Holy cow!
This is nightmare fuel.
Yep.
And again, this is just the base, which is even nuttier.
Chris, looks like we have a new member, Zachary.
Hey, Zachary, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Welcome
to the Brotherhood of the Bat, my friend. Thank you. That is awesome. So that's what we get so far. Again, I don't know what this is all supposed to be. It's almost kind of like this octopus tentacle thing. It's got, maybe it's from the comics. I'm not sure, but you can see the tentacles up here.
Wow.
Which look really cool. But I love the curl here. It's got that kind of that tentacle.
That's a great call out. I have to be honest, when I've seen this in pictures, and I haven't like examined it or anything real close, the pictures, but I thought it was smoke.
Yeah, it's definitely a creature.
Yeah, it's a creature though, and that's awesome.
The colors, I'm looking at the colors, and I think that they're different grays, but I think that they would match up really nice. And again, I'll show them side by side in the review.
Yeah,
I think they're going to pair up really nice.
Bad Protocol said Lovecraftian. I agree completely. That it is very Lovecraft.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I completely agree.
It's just crazy. We still got another one to go.
That's awesome. Because those guys just aren't creepy enough. You need one more.
We need more. Actually, we've got an arm.
What's it got? Webbed fingers?
Yeah. So again, just keep making him creepier and creepier. Oh, that's this arm for this guy. So this was the one that was already part of the base.
Eric says, I make that same face when I'm getting strangled by an octopus.
That's too funny.
Eric made that same face this weekend when his wallet was being strangled by terrific.
What did Eric buy?
Oh, Eric bought all kinds of fun stuff. Oh, yeah.
What artist did you guys meet?
Well, Shannon Mayer was there.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was jealous of that one.
And John Romita Jr. was there. So a couple of us met him. But honestly, the focus was really about the comic books. And which was the selection and the vendors were just awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I saw he met Kevin Conroy. Did you meet him again or no?
I did not. No, the lines were pretty long, and I had met Kevin before. And actually, when I met him, I was telling the guys at Rhode Island Comic Con, it happened to be one of those weird times where I walked up to his table and there was no line, nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I just walked up and we chatted for 5 minutes, took pictures, the whole bit, and all he charged me for was an autograph. So, just one of those weird times.
That's awesome.
Maryland Monster.
I would definitely like to meet Kevin one more time.
Yeah. He's a good dude.
Get a new picture. I've got so many pictures of me heavier with people that I want to get
Yeah, sure. I can see
that.
So that. Yeah.
That's something I'd like to do.
Mike Stainbrook says, Dan, do you go to all the Comic-Cons? I would love to, Mike. I go to many Comic-Cons, though. Yes, I do. Oh, Jesus. This just looks so much cooler, Chris. I got to tell you, you're doing this statue a lot of favor. Right? It really is coming to life. No pun intended.
It's just so crazy. Like, you see photos of it, but until again, it's just one of those things where you have to experience in person sometimes to be like, oh my God, there's so much going on. There's so much creepiness.
I like how they took a little bit of a slightly different approach with each one. Like I love how the cowl is kind of, I don't know.
The cowls kind of have their own life. They have these curls.
Yep.
Some
then
of
you've
them
got
have,
like
this one's draped straight down. This one almost looks like Hobgoblin from Spider-Man. It's like, got like almost like a Harley Quinn type thing. It's got multiple, like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's almost like a jester one. This one's like a cloak. So it's really neat.
And the one in your hand has like the flesh and bone gauntlets. I just noticed too.
Oh yeah, like these.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. And they don't all have that. So I wonder if that was all intentional. Like it's meant to be different, almost like different characters. Like this cowl right here has got the short-eared Batman cowl. This one's got the long-eared Batman cowl.
Yep.
This one's got the old drape. Again, this one's kind of like Harley. It's really neat. I love the eyes. They're like just these white.
Oh yeah,
just white, terrifying eyes.
Dead eyes. Looks like a shark with his things pulled back.
It's creepy. And I'm guessing
Paula's in the house. Hey, Paula.
Paula in the house.
Paula is in the house.
How's it going, Paula? Hope you're well.
Does Paula buy any of the Dark Knight or metal pieces?
Yeah, Paula. I'm not sure if Paula does. I feel like she might. Look at this. Look at this craziness.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Whenever I started this was the only guy on the base. So we've added all of these creatures.
Yeah, that's insane.
Since we started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of them. There's 6 quarter scale zombies on this, which is nuts.
Well, they're not cheating anybody on the base.
No. I can't remember the price point. I don't feel like it was too bad either for this one.
Yeah, that's just even the textures on the cowl and whatnot.
Yeah, it's got a real nice texture. It has like a leather effect. I don't know if my webcam is going to pick it up or not, but let's see if I can find it in another spot here.
Is this not?
There you go. See it?
Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. That's attention to detail right there.
Then all these skull. There's like literally a skull popping in from the mud there.
Look at that. That's crazy.
Very creepy.
This one is this one not up for PO yet, Chris?
It's up.
It is?
Should be.
Huh.
Yep, it should be. I can't remember if I have the link to it in the description of the video. I'm not sure. I feel like I do. Let me double check real quick. I feel like it's there. It's called Batman or King. Yeah, there he is. He retails for $1,019.
That already seems like a good price.
Yeah,
I have to be honest.
Let me do this real quick for anybody that's interested in it.
King Batman Who Laughs. Yeah.
This is at spec, guys. So I will pin that post if anybody is. Although I don't know if I can pin it. I might not be able to. But anyway, there it is. I will try to put it in the description. But yeah, $1,019. So to me, that's not bad at all for what you're getting. Getting a lot of base here, and we haven't even done Batman Who Laughs yet.
Yeah, we haven't even got to the main character yet. So
we'll start with him. So he is in 3 parts. This is really cool. So here is his legs. Got kind of a Batman belt and kind of a loincloth type thing in the front. Look at the armor on the side here.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, huh? That's different.
Really, it's like pleated. It's like a leather.
Yep. Yeah, it almost has like a medieval.
Yeah, real medieval.
Yep.
The boots look really good.
Yeah.
Texturing on the pants. I don't know if you guys can see that, but really, really good. Just some bum. Let's see what he's asking me a question here. Hey Chris, I feel like I showed up late. No, we're just still going. So, but a nice surprise for video so far. This piece looks good. Are you thinking about pre-ordering this statue? This one, to be honest, probably not. Just because I don't have a connection to this version of the character. I do like the sideshow version that I have. I also like XM's more traditional. I think I just like the more traditional look of the Batman Who Laughs. How about you, Dan? Do you lean more one way to the other?
I really am impressed with this piece so far, I have to say, but I do have the sideshow Batman Who Laughs, and I love it. And one thing about the sideshow piece, guys, it will take you by surprise. Not to take anything away from this. Like you said, Chris, it's a more traditional version, if there can be such a thing as traditional with this character. He's still so new. But the sideshow piece has a ton of presence when you have it in your room, in the room with it. It's a phenomenal piece. I mean, it doesn't have, of course, the extravagant base like this, but the character himself is fantastic. So I think I'm going to stick with the one I have, Chris. But I did order Robin King, so
yes, you did.
That one's on the way.
And they do pair up tremendously, I can tell you that. I feel like this piece, I feel like the person that's going to buy this is a fan of metal, is a fan of all different versions of, or maybe is specifically a Batman Who Laughs collector. And I know there are a number of them out there that just like this character. They've just been collecting, the Kotobukiya piece and the sideshow piece. Obviously, Queen has that great throne piece as well. And of course, XM has the more traditional one with the Robins. I've got my Prime One back there. So I think this is definitely for that collector. I can also see collectors that are really into horror or scary type things. I can definitely see this one being in somebody's cart for pre-order for sure. But I think, like, if I was going to get between this one and Robin King, I would probably get Robin King, just because I'm really happy with the version of Batman Who Laughs that I have. But so far, this is an incredible piece, and it's big. Like, it's a big piece, big, sizable, nice storytelling elements. Wait till you see this thing. So this thing's even crazier.
Mike Stainbrook says, "I just love the creepiness," and I have to agree. It is really fun.
It is one of the creepiest statues I've ever seen.
I mean, I think to some people, creepiness factor is kind of a turnoff. So I think you either kind of like that or you don't. And I think it's fun. Look at that. What the hell? What?
So look at this.
Oh, I love the mace too. Look at that. It's awesome.
It's got the mace, which I'll show you guys in a little bit more detail. But this is all one piece.
Wow.
And it's heavy. Look at that detail there. You see the texturing on it?
Yeah. Yep. Wow. That's
see
phenomenal.
The edge on it. But it's the torso attached to the cape and the arms. So in theory, it should just be. I also wanted to point out, I don't know if you guys saw this, but so he keys in right here on the foot, and then he actually rests on that top creature that I put in there. So that's pretty neat. So let's see. We'll see if this fits down nice and smooth. There's a nice big key on it. Make sure I get it down in there right. No pressure of a live camera.
Nope, no pressure at all. Try not
There we went. Boom, like that.
There you go.
All right, so this chain, this is a real chain with the mace. And I looked at some photos earlier, so you can kind of pose it however you want. But I think what they did is they actually wrapped it around his hand a couple of times. And had it drooping down into this hand, kind of did the same thing.
Hey, Chris, Bat Beast is asking what, he's saying hello to everybody and asking you and I both, what did we think about the pictures of Talon that were posted a couple of days ago?
I think Talon looks great. I honestly think that is a prototype from pictures from last year.
I think so too.
He was in their shop briefly, and I think that's what those photos are for. They resurfaced like they were new, but I don't think they were new.
I agree.
But I am still hella excited. It's one of my most anticipated pieces. Did you order him or no?
I did.
I couldn't remember if you did or didn't.
Yep.
Look how cool that looks.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I love that he's kind of has this arched, arms back. It looks great. It's just not straight up and down. Like it's got a really cool pose. Again, there's the mace. Let me see if I can get it to not swing here, but you can see blood on it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that looks really good. Again, a real chain. And again, it's kind of like the Batman Who Laughs from Prime 1. You can kind of do whatever you want with the chain. Same with the Sideshow. But the chain's a dark chain, but it's a little bit kind of rusty looking.
Perfect.
So it's perfect for him.
Yep.
Absolutely perfect. Which is great.
Hey, Ro Moreno got the White Knight yesterday. Congrats.
Oh, congrats. Hey, Ro, did you have any trouble with the cape? I'm sure, Dan, you've seen some horror stories of people taking hours to try to get that thing bolted in.
I saw one just a couple days ago.
Yep.
Saying that it took them hours.
And a lot of people have, and had said, hey, thanks, Chris and Dan, for kind of showing us the way. We were definitely guinea pigs a couple times for sure.
Yeah. That is a scary build moment. I can't think of one that's much scarier than that.
I can't either. It definitely was worth the scare, though.
Yeah.
Really worth the scare. All right, let's see what we got here. Let me reach down here.
Chris, Benny Vogel's saying, asking if you've checked your P1 Deathstroke lately. He says there's a few collectors noticing there's leaning and the square peg is starting to crack.
I saw that this weekend when I was in Florida, but I haven't had a chance to check yet.
Okay.
I think part of the problem with some of those, especially where people will take it apart a lot, move it or take it apart. And I think sometimes what happens is that it whittles away the polystone a little bit.
Yeah. I can
Look at that mouth.
I can see that. Here we have $5 super chat from Lane Kramer.
Thank you very much, Lane. Unboxed J&D Catwoman on Monday. Other than giving people a shot of my butt too much, it was awesome and hair-raising experience. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations. I think that turned out really great. I love the mask portrait especially. But Lane, what did you think? Do you love it? Do you think it looks better in person? What do you think? Thanks for the super chat. That was awesome of you. Thank you. Look at the detail on the cowl.
Yeah, that's
like, it's again the kind of a medieval.
I was just going to say even more medieval. It looks like the head sock that those guys wore under there.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yep.
And let's put it in. Look at this thing.
Oh, looks like Din Djarin also got White Knight.
That's fantastic. It looks like they're really starting to get in the collector's hands.
Which is awesome.
Finally.
Awesome. Yeah, congrats to both Din and Ro. That's awesome.
What do you think?
It looks pretty cool to me. I love it.
Yeah, this is another one of those pieces that just looks even better in person.
Yep.
A lot of great detail. And again, like, he is awesome and he's mighty, but look at then you have all this stuff too. I mean, it's just crazy. There's so much going on with this statue.
He looks really substantial too. Like the bot, you know what I mean? Like he kind of looks thick, you know?
especially, you know, I mean, like through here, I mean, he's real muscular. He's got real great muscular definition in his legs.
Yep.
You can't see very much of his arms, and his, you know, he's kind of skinny there. But then there's just the cape. You know, it just adds so much. He's got these wide shoulders.
Yep.
It's just really cool. Now there isn't any swap outs with this guy. This is what you see is what you get with him.
You know, I bet that kind of helps with the price too, Chris. You know, I don't mind that. If they're going to give us something like this, I mean, do you really need a swap out? You know,
No, I don't think so at all. This piece, and again, you guys know that I'm a big Disney fan, and it's a place that I've never actually been. It's Disneyland Paris, but their haunted mansion there, it's called Phantom Manor, is what it is, and the story is this phantom is the one terrorizing this house, terrorizing his bride. And he very much looks like this. He even he has this,
really,
like at the end of the ride, he kind of does the same thing with his arms. And he has this really deep, scary laugh where he's laughing. Every time I see this piece, it reminds me of that image, because it's a very similar pose. And like, you could just see him maniacally laughing. And I think if it would have had a different head, it would have maybe changed the storytelling of this.
Exactly. Yep.
Whereas, you know, he is controlling all of this terrifyingness, and he's just up there laughing and just like he's just showing how mighty he is. I just feel like that's kind of what they were going for, and that's why they didn't do any other swap outs. Side profile, yes.
Yep.
Side profile.
Paula, does that mean you'll be purchasing this piece?
Paula
says she likes it a lot better all put together.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, again, it's two full statues. I mean, you have all of this, which is one thing, and then you tie it all together with him. So I don't know. I mean, I could see some people saying, well, maybe it takes away from him a little bit. I would almost say it doesn't because of how high he is. Like, he is so tall. This is a really, really tall piece. Like I said, I've heard. I'm going to do a measurement. I usually like to save the measurements for the review, but let me go ahead and give you an idea. Let me see. Am I back to focus? Okay. So basically, the tallest point is the tip of his crown. Yeah, just slightly under 30.
Wow.
Just slightly under 30. And I'm trying to remember how tall the Batman Who Laughs piece is from Sideshow. Let me see if I can get down here and measure that.
It's got to be about 22 or 24, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, so it's quite a bit different. And again, I'm anxious to see these two next to the Robin King, because the Robin King will probably come down to like here on it, even with the top. So I can definitely see a grouping of these. Like if you do have the Batman Who Laughs, the more traditional one, or even if you have the Sideshow. I mean, if you have multiple of these, I think they're all going to look really, really good together. And I feel like he could easily be a centerpiece because of his height. You know, you have him in the center and then everybody else kind of grouped off to the sides. Just from a look standpoint.
Yep, I can see that.
But he is really cool. And the real chain is a really nice touch. Which I think is a given nowadays. Anytime you do him, you have to have a real chain. But he's awesome. What are people saying about this? Is people like him?
Yeah, nothing negative so far at all. Everybody seems to love it.
Paula says, still not as good as the one I have already. Which one do you have, Paula? Do you have the Sideshow? Theodore says, Dan, what's your most anticipated piece coming this year? And take a tour? Yeah.
It's book tour. My most anticipated piece. Well, it had been White Knight. So that was one for this year.
Yes.
Early measurements.
Hard to top that one.
Hard to top White Knight. It could be. I don't know. It depends. I mean, I don't think we're going to see either of the Prime 1 the Batman pieces in this year.
No.
So
and we're quickly running out of time.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
For this year.
Honestly, and I know it's a smaller piece, but I'm really looking forward to pairing the White Knight Joker with my White Knight Batman, and there's a chance that we'll see that piece this year. So that's definitely high on the list. I'm looking forward to, I've got Samurai Scarecrow and Red Hood, which we just saw some Red Hood apparently is shipping. So I'm looking forward to those pieces. I know. Most anticipated. I got it. I knew. I'm not thinking of one. Arkham City Harley.
Yeah.
Should have her within the next couple of months.
And holy crap, does she look good?
She looks freaking outstanding. So yeah, she is my most anticipated. I knew I was forgetting one. Yes.
You did not order direct on that one, did you?
I ordered through Sideshow.
Okay. I did too. I'm kicking myself because I didn't get the Jester portrait. And neither did you.
I didn't, but honestly, Chris, I wouldn't display it if I did.
I don't think I would either, but it looks better than I thought. Like I saw those photos of it, and like I was the same way. I'm like, I would never display it, but I'm like, oh my god, it actually does look really good.
It looks good, but I still wouldn't display it.
Yeah,
it's just not my favorite look,
It was one of those things that was hard for me too, is because when they showed her, when they put her up for bonus, it was just a render. It was never actually a physical sculpt.
Right.
Matthew Martin, thank you very much. $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. That is awesome. Thank you very much. So it's such a good piece. So I hope we get her in hand. We should.
I think we should. I mean, we're both getting from Sideshow, and the timing says, I think September to November.
Yeah.
We'll see. But
we'll see.
Yeah, she's going to be awesome.
God, for me, Talon is definitely up there. Talon, I just cannot wait for that one.
You think we're seeing him this year?
I don't know. Like, I feel like, he was printed.
I saw we saw production shots of.
Production shots. And I think he was up for pre-order way before Harley was. But.
Well, he's at the top of my list too.
Yeah. Those two are top of my list. I'm excited. I'm excited and not excited about the Fablock 1000. I'm worried about that piece just because I don't know how I'm going to display it, but I think it looks good. Let's see. Bad Protocol just says, I just got a Prime 1 piece, 240 shipping plus 81 customs fee. So you obviously got the express shipping, that standard shipping. So that's one thing you always have to be aware of, guys, is there is customs fees coming in. Which can be good and bad because you get it earlier, but oftentimes, we'll see. Batby says, are you guys worried about the Talon having any leaning issues? Anytime you have a statue like that, that's always a concern. Again, I recommend not taking it in and out, not moving it around a lot. I feel like that really does cause problems. I think that's maybe what happened with my Killer Croc. Dan referred to my Killer Croc. This one stands up straighter than mine did. But I took it out a lot. I moved houses. I was constantly trying to figure out where I wanted to put him. And I feel like each time you chip away a little bit, especially on those larger pieces, you chip away at that polystone a little bit, which causes there to be some leans. Now, like my Hush Batman, it had a lean from day one. I've stuffed paper in him, and now he stands up straight. So, as long as that paper's in there, I'm not really worried about it. Does it suck that I had to do paper? Yes. I had to Dremel my vein. There's sometimes you just have to do some of this stuff to make things work. But as for, I'm not too concerned about Talon leaning. Yeah, I guess. Could it happen? Sure. Like George Raw had an arm fall off of his XM Shogun piece this week. Like, it's just sometimes things like that happen. And XM's going to get him a new part, which is awesome because that piece is 2 years old. Bad Protocol says, is there a way to avoid customs? Yes. Don't order fast. Do the 3 month shipping. It takes longer to get in. Usually by the time you would order from Spec or Sideshow or, Big Bad or wherever, that's usually when you would get them in, is because it's usually a 3 month slow boat to the United States. If that's where you are, Bad Protocol. Paula is happy about your Harley. Yes,
Yeah.
as she should. There was definitely some enabling done by Paula, I believe.
But so happy. Sometimes, you get wrapped up in all these. I mean, within the context of the hobby, big decisions, right? And so sometimes you kind of lose sight of what's important. And we all do it. We all look to each other for advice. We all look to kind of, hey, check me off on my thinking on this. And it's not like we're buying $5 trading cards here or something. I mean, these are expensive investments. So
right.
I appreciate the input and I appreciate people's help. So.
I am terrified of that Harley. After seeing Joker and Punchline in person and how much space that's going to take, it makes me real nervous about that round Harley base. Because I feel like Joker and Punchline is one of those pieces where you have to have your own podium.
Oh boy,
because it's big.
I'm holding firm as of right now. I dread watching you unbox Punchline, because even the video from the show floor at SDCC had me rethinking my decision about Punchline.
And Dan, that was one good head sculpt.
Yeah,
she has multiple really great head sculpts.
Now I had Matt Martin leaning on me the other day on Punchline. He ordered it, and I'm like, oh, for crying out loud. Yeah, I just think she's awesome. The one thing holding me back, Chris, is the height.
Would you get the Joker?
I got the Joker. I ordered Joker.
I would say if it was flipped and you were just thinking about just Punchline and not the Joker, I would maybe be a little bit more hesitant because she is so tall.
Yeah.
And unless you have something in front of it, it might look a little bit too tall compared to some of the other pieces next to it.
Is her base sculpted in a way that she could stand alone?
Correct.
Oh, wow. Okay. Didn't know that.
It was designed that way, but she is really tall.
Matthew Martin, you got to get both.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, I just feel like if it was flipped, if you weren't going to get the Joker, then I would maybe say, I'm not sure if I would get her.
Yeah.
Just because she is so tall, but having a character in front, it really pulls it together.
Oh boy.
And I do feel like it was one of the best in show at the Sideshow booth.
Really?
That one, Batman, which again I ordered after I got back home.
Yep.
The Vampirilla was very impressive. The Dark Knight Returns, the Joker premium format. Dark Knight Returns, man, that piece is awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome piece.
Yeah. And you know what? For the money, that's a great deal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a steal of a deal.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy it. I haven't ordered it yet because I've kind of gone on a big spending spree here recently. Again, I ordered the Penguin, which that's another thing. I ordered the Penguin, but I didn't order the Batman. Do you think I should? Do you think it needs to go together?
If I hadn't ordered, I've ordered a lot of Batmen.
Right.
Right. A couple of years.
Yeah.
I most certainly would get that one, but I don't feel like I need him. Yeah, I just don't feel like I need him.
Because I've got Fabok 1000.
Yeah.
I've got Fabok versus Joker.
Yep.
Giant diorama. And that would be a third Fabok. I just can't decide. I can't.
Yeah.
I probably need to pull the trigger because if you buy Penguin, you get a discount. It's $75 off. Which just we'll just come back and ship it anyway. But it's.
Well, you know what? For me, I actually I like the Penguin a lot, but I like the Batman better. Of that combination, I think the Batman in that pose is different. I just like the fact that he's.
Well, you saying that makes me want to buy it.
Yeah, I mean he's awesome. He's awesome.
He is, and it's not been done with that kind of height.
Right.
You get kind of that pose sometimes, or even the great Guillermo Barriero sculpted the one for Tweeterhead.
Yep. Kind
of similar pose with the Batarang back. And by the way, the bonus is that Batarang on the Prime 1 piece. So you got to get the bonus. I just don't know if it would look weird without something in front of it. It's kind of like Punchline. Like it's just a lot, but I feel like you can probably put anything in front of it and it would work.
Yeah. The hard part for me though, with buying another 1/3 Batman is even though he's in that different pose and it's awesome and the whole thing. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you there. You're probably right, but there are spots in, only so many spots, and it's like there are other pieces that I'm kind of circling back on, rethinking. So I've been reading, George Jimenez Batman lately. Dan needs.
Yeah. Everybody flood the chat. Hashtag Dan needs punchline.
But like I'm rethinking that Jimenez Batman, Joker Batman. Like I'm like, even though he's got a wonky foot, I'm like, that's still such a cool piece,
I predict, because I remember whenever you did that, whenever we saw it and you're like, no, not for me. That was one of those I put in a little asterisk and I said, I guarantee you wait 4 months from now and Dan's going to be on board.
Yeah. It's the wonky foot.
It's a wonky foot, but it's a wonky Joker.
That's true.
He's crazy. He's in this oversized bat suit. He's got these big flopping boots on because he doesn't fit the bat suit. I think it's brilliant. And I think it's so different. And I think it's one of those pieces where we've talked about it. It stands out. It is something different. It's going to have a really interesting pop of color.
Yeah.
Which is, we probably won't see, especially for a Joker.
True. Yep.
So we'll see. Brandon, I wanted to answer your question. Yes, I did order directly from Prime 1. I ordered the Batman from Prime 1 directly, and I ordered the Penguin directly from, well, that's where you can only get it right now. But Jonathan Rojas Korea, I hope I said your name right. $5. Yeah, I'm going to say it wrong. Hector, China. No, Jonathan Korea, thank you very much. $5 super chat. Thank you very much for supporting us. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. There's another Dan, hashtag Dan needs punchline.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Matt. Yeah, sure, Matt. Oh,
there we go. Another one, the Namek. Spend Dan's money. There we go. I like that. That's awesome. There we go. Lane, Theodore, Paula, Julia. Oh, everybody's in on this one.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Dan needs punchline. Dan needs punchline.
Oh, Eric B.
Hey, Sebastian Espinoza. Hope you're doing great. Thanks for joining us. Never too late, my friend. Just some bumps of, hey, Chris, that's a good question. How big is the punchline in Joker Prime 1 base? If I would have done it, I should have. I wish I had. I wish I had brought this with me. I didn't think about it. Maybe next year for San Diego, I'll bring my tape measure. But it is large. It is, again, the problem with round, because the whole thing together is one big round base. Round creates a whole set of issues, for sure. So hopefully. I'm supporting Dan. Stay strong. Don't order punchline. And again, I'm gonna completely flip it. I think you'll really like her. I think she was just this brilliant, vibrant purple. Her biting her lip. I mean, just looked great. She just looked great. Oh, Dan needs punchline. Chris needs Vampirilla. Yeah.
Oh, have we ordered Vampirilla yet?
I have not. So on my list are Vampirilla, the Batman, the Fabok Batman on the tower, and the Dark Knight Returns from Sideshow. Those are my three that are on my maybes.
And what was the third one?
Dark Knight Returns, the Sideshow.
Dark Knight
on a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
That one does not fit my collection. It's not a story that I like. Or at least I don't mind the story. I don't love the art. So although seeing Frank Miller for the first time and getting to hear him talk.
Yeah. I mean, it's iconic, from a Batman mythos standpoint.
So iconic. I mean, that's the thing, is it is a statement piece.
Yeah.
I did not ever get to see it not lit up. So I think we talked about that worries me just a little. But that Vampirilla to me was one of my favorites of the show, but I've still have trouble justifying that purchase for her to fit in the collection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she's just, that would be like me buying a Spider-Man all of a sudden.
Oh, you could always keep her in the living room.
That's right. I don't think that would fly either. I'd have to like put like a door around her just to hide her. I mean, she's not like Delaney's Deja Thoris, for Pete's sakes, but you know. By the way, how great! I want to give Secret Sanctuary a plug real quick.
Yep.
How great was that interview with Will Harbottle?
That interview was phenomenal. It was just so cool.
2 hours, guys. So you're going to need some time. But if you haven't checked it out, after you're done here, please go over to Secret Sanctuary. Check out that video. It was like two old friends getting to know each other, talking, hanging out. It was really cool because I knew that was happening at San Diego Comic-Con. Jeff and I talked about, you know, how it was going to be set up and what mic should we use and things like that. And it just turned out so great. And so please check out that video. It was really awesome. And I'm so happy for him because he is one of his sculpting heroes. And, you know, it was just a very cool interaction that you just don't see very much on YouTube. You know, we've done it here on the channel some, but it's just so awesome to highlight the artists behind the stuff that we love. So please check that out. Theodore says, awesome interview. Watched it last night before bed. Absolutely brilliant watch. That's awesome. That's awesome. What are you laughing about over there? Who's saying something funny?
I'm gonna be, all I know is all these guys that are enabling me are going to be enabled. I'm going to be doing some enabling at Boston Comic-Con in a couple of weeks. Yeah, we're meeting up in Boston, and there's going to be plenty of opportunity to spend other people's money.
I can't wait, and I believe I think you're going to film for us a little bit, right?
Yeah,
at that con?
Filming there. Yep.
So definitely check that video out. I can't wait. Obviously, I know people have asked earlier. Dan is getting closer. We are inching. Dan has a major. I can't even begin to tell you a major surprise.
It's a big one.
Big surprise. But this big surprise has to be in place.
Yep.
And it's not a statue.
It's not a statue.
Not a statue. But this iconic thing has to be in place for the room tour to commence. So as soon as that thing is in place, and I saw pictures tonight, it's getting closer. We're inching closer. So all of you guys that are like literally every live are salivating for which is probably going to be the biggest video of the year. No pressure, Dan. The most anticipated,
no, not at all.
The most anticipated video. You know, it's going to blow expectations. You know, whenever you showed up here in the Batcave and we unboxed the Bat Bike, it's going to blow all that out of the water.
Blow that out of the water.
And Brad said it's why he's glowing. So this is exactly right.
Exactly right.
Yes. So anyway, whenever that's in place, Dan will be doing his room tour, which we're very excited.
That is all happening over the course of the next couple days. So we will complete filming. And I will have footage to Chris with in a very short period of time.
That's awesome. We're gonna have to start hyping it up. That'll be awesome.
Yep.
Also doing a room tour. I talked to Art Statue Collector. You know, he's got that incredible new space, and he's going to be doing a room tour for us here soon also. So
nice.
He had some reviews that he needed to get done for his channel. So anyway, I'm very excited. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep missing this question. Salad says, Chris, are you getting the Justice Buster? I am not getting the Justice Buster. I don't have any connection to that piece. I think it looks awesome, but it's just not my thing. I don't think you're interested in that one either, from as far as I know.
Well, I mean, it's a cool piece, but it's gigantic and similar to you. There's just not enough connection to it. I mean, it's cool. I love the fact that it's in New 52 because you guys all know I love that. But just not enough there.
He's installing bunk beds so Chris can stay over. I love it. Why does that have to be a bunk bed? Why can't just to watch me like ricochet up the stairs since I'm Batman? I don't know.
There you go.
Are you still buying the Batman versus Joker in Acid Prime 1? Yes, I am. I got the deluxe, so I've got all 4 or 5 heads, whatever it is, 3 or 4 heads. And I mean, literally, I'm going to have to build custom shelving to accommodate it because it was 40 some inches deep, or I can't remember what it was. It was something.
It's enormous. Something
insane. But I'm still getting that piece. I can't wait. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but it's Batman versus Joker. I had to get it, right?
Yep.
You guys should make a trailer before you release the full room tour. Yeah, we need to do just
do a teaser.
Tease the crap out of it.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm in for sure. We've gone over an hour, guys. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. I don't know if Dan, if there's anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up.
No, again, though, I just want to encourage everybody to go out and start reading Batman. So came out last month with Batman 125 with George Jimenez and Chip Zdarsky, and it is really stinking good. And it's a great jumping off point because it's a whole new story. And just encourage everybody to take a look. The art is fantastic. The writing is fantastic. It's cool.
Is Penguin the highlight of the second episode or second issue also, or is it introduce other characters?
There's a first appearance, new character.
Oh, great.
Really cool. So, yep.
Okay. Well, that is great. I am not close to, can you like, I am very naive when it comes to individual single issues.
Yeah.
You have a local comic book store. You have a place where you can go and get it. Are there places that will send you stuff each week, send you individual copies that are reliable, that are good, that you recommend?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send you information.
Okay.
But yeah, you can absolutely connect with LCSs that ship. So yeah.
Okay. Because I'm just tired of I always have to wait for the hardcover. I always have to wait, a year or whatever after they've already been out. So when I'm reading something new and exciting, it's actually old because,
There's actually the one that comes to mind, if I think more your direction of the country, right? So out of Chicago, for example, Graham Cracker Comics is a great one. They're big. They've got 5 shops and they're spread out in a few different states. And put it this way, they're big enough and been around long enough that Jim Lee did their variant for Poison Ivy 1.
That's awesome.
Right. So they're one of those, but a place like that will ship. And then like Brad Ladner saying DCBS, and you get discounts. A lot of times, Chris, if you do a pull list, and this is for anybody that's in the chat that's interested, if you do a pull list, they'll give you, I get a 20% discount, on my pull list book. So it's all in what you like to collect. I personally I collect the main Batman run. Actually, I haven't shared this a lot on the channel. We don't talk comics all that much, but I do. I am probably 85%, 90% there on the Batman Rebirth run now. So I will have everything from New 52 forward, essentially.
That's awesome.
It's just fun to collect. I love the stories. I love reading the stuff, and it's just fun to connect.
I feel like that's something maybe we should talk about doing more here on the channel between you and Jeff, your knowledge, and it's just, I think that would be a lot of fun to occasionally do some comic book only stuff.
And I'm sure there's a subset of the folks that would love to hang out and learn more and talk about it, and just a lot of exciting stuff happening in that universe right now. So
some people are asking me about deciding to do with the room. So I have decided to go into the other room, the room next to me. I'm still debating whether to go all custom, just kind of do my shelves, and for now, and just see kind of how I feel, and then make that call once I'm in there.
Right.
And still whether I'm going to punch a hole or not. So things have been a little crazy. Summer, obviously with San Diego Comic-Con, we went to Florida. Now I'm already 2 days back to work, and so life's kind of getting back to normal again. So hopefully, when things settle down a bit, I'll make that judgment. But we've had a lot of other issues with our roof and the pool and all these things that we're having issues with. So we're trying to get through all that before we make any other decisions for the house. So it's coming. I'll keep you guys posted, but more than likely, 98%, I'm moving into that room next door. Or expanding, not moving. I'm expanding. So people are asking where I'm going to put that Joker versus Batman. Originally, I was going to put it right here, and that might be still where I put it. And maybe the Batmobile will go in the other room somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. It's just going to be trial and error for me. So we'll see. But anyway, definitely check us out 1 week from tonight. I think we're going to do an auction show. I think that's
auction show on Wednesday. That's right.
Yeah, auction show next Wednesday. So I know we've got some great stuff coming up for that show. So please make sure you join us. Again, it'll be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, our normal time. And again, I just cannot thank everybody enough for tuning in. I had a great crowd tonight. I really appreciate it. Great piece. Again, prototype from XM. I want to thank XM for that. I will be filming a review this evening, so I will hopefully either have that up tomorrow or the next day. We'll see. But definitely you'll be able to get to this. You'll be able to see it side by side with the Robin here, the Robin King. So can't wait to show what that looks like. I want to thank Dan for hanging out with me again tonight. Really appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
And again, please like the video if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you in the Batcave. Good night, everybody.
See you guys. Have a good night.
Thanks for watching.